Hello, dear friends. Welcome in Organon of Medicine's live session today. Today we are going to discuss first aphorism, and that first aphorism is the physician's high and only mission is to restore the sick to health, to cure, as it is termed. So today we will discuss the physician, and we will discuss where Hahnemann gave information about physician and what precaution one physician need to take care while he or she treating the sick, and what kind of quality every physician should have in his or her learning. So the physician. So if we divided this word physic is a science or knowledge of those things by whose applications and effects. Knowledge of those things by whose application and effects health may be preserved when present and restored when lost, and by cure the disease. And the physician is the person who has expert knowledge of preservations and restoration. So this is sick. This is physician. And if we more deeply goes into this word, the physician is a Greek word. That is physis, P-H-Y-S-I-S. And it means nature, denoting that the physician has its root in understanding the nature of things. And other is medic, comes from meduri, that means is heal. And the prefix med, med, means meditate or think, or that medic is equivalent to thinker or healer. And the person who is known as physician has ability of learning, knowing, healing, and teaching. These are the four contents every physician should have. He should eager to learn, eager to knowing, healing, and teaching. So this is a small definition of physician. And next question is what Hahnemann said in Organon of Medicine about physician. He explained wonderfully about the physician and the physician mission. So in first aphorism, we know that every physician having a particular mission. And mission is not a simple thing. Mission is always done by the experts. This is not an ordinary work. This is a special work who need a person who is expert in this field, who has enough knowledge, who can understand the sickness, who can understand the problem, and who can know how to deal with it. Physician mission. Hahnemann said, every physician has a particular mission. And this mission is, he explained in aphorism number 1 and aphorism number 2. What he said, the physician's high and only mission is to cure the sick. Or he has a mission to restore the sick to health, to cure. First. Second thing, he should know, especially in aphorism number 2, the highest ideal of cure. If he cure any person, if he know that any person having any type of problem, and if he has a mission to cure, he has a mission to restore the sick to health, to cure, what kind of cure he know? That cure should be rapid, gentle, and permanent. And to cure in curable cases. If the case is curable, this is the mission of homeopathic doctor, to understand the journey of the patient, how he becomes sick, how to restore his sickness to health, and how to cure that patient. This is available in aphorism number 1 and aphorism number 2. Second thing, if he know that the disease is incurable, if the disease is incurable, he should know that how to palliate. If the case is curable, he should know how to cure that patient. And if the case is incurable, he should know how to palliate in this condition. And number 3rd condition, which comes under the physician mission, is aphorism number 4. What he said in aphorism number 4, he said, he is likewise a preserver of health. He is a preserver of health. He know that if somebody was sick and he cure him, he restore the sickness, and after that he should know how to preserve that health, how the patient remain in health. He guide the patient what to do or what not to do. What he said in aphorism number 4, he said, he is likewise a preserver of health. If he know the thing that deranged health and cause diseases, and how to remove them from person in health. So these are the 3 mission, what Hahnemann said in Organon of Medicine. First, he has a mission to restore the sick to health, to cure. Second is, if he know the cure, that cure should be rapid, gentle, and permanent. And third, if he know that the case is curable, he should cure that case. And if the cases are incurable, he should know how to palliate that case. And third condition, he is a preserver of health, according to Hahnemann's Organon of Medicine, aphorism number 4. Second thing, what are sole aim? What are the sole aim of the physician? What is our aim? One side, we have a mission, and other side, we have a aim. Why we become a physician? We should having a aim. So, in this condition, the aim of the physician is to trace the picture of disease as completely as possible. As completely as possible. And how we can trace the disease? We can trace the disease from aphorism number 84 to 104. Case taking. 84 to 104. So during this aphorism numbers 84 to 104, we trace the disease, we ask questions, we observe the patient, we identify the sickness, we identify the patient. So during this tracing, we judge the whole pathology. We observe the pathology. We observe the peculiarity of the case. We observe how this patient is differentiated from others, how he is different from others. This is our tracing. And we trace the picture. And this is present in 84 to 104. Second thing, if we trace the disease, we have to give remedy accordingly. We have to give remedy accordingly. I give you a simple example. Because if we have a very similar symptom, we get the similar symptom, and we get the similar remedy, the reaction should be very quick, rapid, as you can see in aphorism number 2. The cure should be rapid, gentle, and permanent. Yesterday, I saw one case, and that case is of 38-year-old lady having an early pregnancy. She says, I feel like I don't have any energy. I'm indolent. I just want to lie down. And doctor, my hunger was so much increased. And I feel that where I only eat a couple of spoons of rice, yesterday I ate 2 plates. And I continuously feel that I have to eat more and more. And eating give amelioration. That eating give amelioration. Second thing, no thirst. Patient doesn't have thirst. Heaviness of the eyes. But she is working. She is still working. There is burning in the esophagus. And Scipia give absolute results in 30 minutes only. She feel energetic. She has a good sleep. After giving medicine, we should know when and how to repeat, how many times we have to repeat the medicine. So this is our aim. After tracing, give medicines or remedy accordingly. And third thing, to restore whole of the symptom and restore health. What he said in aphorism number 2. The ideal cure is rapid, gentle, and permanent restoration of health or removal or annihilations of the disease in its whole extent. This is our aim. Our aim to cure the sick. Our aim is to restore the health. And our aim is to totally removal or annihilation of the disease in its whole extent. This is our aim. And if we know our mission, if we know our aim, and we should know that what physician must not do. Because lots of physicians, lots of homeopaths, lots of doctors, they are doing the same thing. But if we read Organon, if we read Hahnemann, then we should realize that few precautions we have to take care during when we are sitting on our seats, when we are sitting on the chair. Which one? First, what a physician must not do. First is footnote of first aphorism. First aphorism. Are you guys hearing me? My voice is clear? Anybody? Yes. So, aphorism number first, footnote. What Hahnemann wants to say, what Hahnemann has to warn the physician. His mission is not, however, to construct so-called system by interweaving anti-speculation and hypothesis. This is the first precaution we have to take care about it. Speculate and hypothesize regarding the disease phenomena and causes of disease. Oh, maybe this cause, that's why you are become sick. Or maybe this is the reason why you become sick. What we have to do, we have to treat the patient and we have to take the symptoms. Symptoms are the only guidance for us to select a remedy. We should avoid all these speculation and hypothesis. Second, we should avoid to deceive the patient with talks. Aphorism number 1, footnotes. And aphorism number 6, footnote. What Hahnemann says, so while sick humanity sight is vain is ad of such learned reveries to which the name of therapeutic medicines is given and for which special professionship are instituted, we have had enough, quite enough, and it is now high time that all who call themselves physicians should at length cease to deceive suffering mankind. With mere talk, just talking with them, we are deceiving the people. We are deceiving people. Oh, when, for example, in our practical life, many times we are not able to understand the case, or we are not able to get a correct remedy. And then we deceiving the patient and saying that, oh, it will be okay, you will be fine, or we make the patient more sick. I give you a simple example. I have one case of small girl. She was 13-year-old and she has lots of eruptions on the head, on the face, ears, and the neck. She was taking homeopathic medicine from last 3 years and didn't get any results. She took lots of homeopathic remedies, I think hundreds of homeopathic remedy, but didn't get results. And when that girls approach me, I take the case, but I didn't prescribe remedy. I just prescribed placebo and suggest her to take 2 cups of coffee. So when she took the coffee, within a week, whole eruptions gone. All eruptions. The head is full of eruptions with bleeding. Ears, there are lots of pus in the ears. And during this process, after taking coffee, she was all right within a week. And after that, after I think 35 or 40 days after, I prescribe her a Sorinum 200, because there lots of offensiveness remain even after eruptions are gone. And I prescribe her Sorinum 200 and it's almost 10 years gone. She has never any type of problem again. So we have to understand, if you are not able to getting the exact remedy, don't deceive the patients. Third, endanger life of the patient by large frequent doses of dangerous violent medicine whose action is not properly known. So it's, if you see aphorism number 246. So by several small doses of it, it's a given succussions, and but is usually so violent, excited, and disturbed by large doses or by small doses, or even homeopathically chosen remedy give rapid one after the others. That is the most cases in reaction will be anything but solitary, will do more harm than good. This is aphorism number 246. Second thing, endanger the life by large and frequent doses of dangerous and violent medicine whose action is not properly known. Allopathic remedies. Fourth, should not imitate the imperfect effort of unintelligent vital force to help itself. You can find out it in introduction and aphorism number 22. 22. What if you see the footnote of 22? The physician should imitate and further the sick nature in its effort to help itself, without considering how irrational it is, and to imitate and further these very imperfect, most inappropriate efforts of the instinctive, unintelligent vital energy which is implanted in our organism, so long as it is healthy to carry on life in harmonious development, but not to heal itself in disease. So these are the things which the physician should not do in his practical life. Next is qualification. What physician should know? What is the qualification of physician according to Organon of medicine? First, he should be observer. What kind of observer? He should be unprejudiced observer. What is unprejudiced observer? Aphorism number 6. Unprejudiced. If you have a case and in last case you give aconite in that case and that case become cured, that case cured, and after that next case you see the same type of disease condition and you will try to use aconite again, it means you are not observing the symptoms. You are using the trick, what that trick was useful in the last case, and you are using the same trick in the next case. And the next case you will not get the results. Why? Because you become prejudiced. That's why we are not getting the results. The physician should not be prejudiced. He should be unprejudiced observer, aphorism number 6. Second quality of the physician, and that quality is aphorism number 7, footnotes. Physician should be intelligent. What aphorism number 7 footnote says? It is not necessary to say that every intelligent physician should first remove this where it exists, exciting or maintaining cause. Every intelligent physician should know that he should remove this where it exit, the indisposition whereupon generally cease spontaneously. Is it indisposition? Is there is any exciting cause? Is there any maintaining cause? Every physician should know that where it is exit. Then aphorism number 14. If you see aphorism number 14, accurately observing. What aphorism number 14 says? There is in the interior of man nothing morbid that is curable, and no visible morbid alteration that is curable, which does not make itself known to the accurately observing physician by means of morbid sign and symptoms. There is anything, nothing is there inside which cannot go through sign and symptom, morbid sign and symptom, if the physician is accurately observing the patient. I give you one more example. 7-year-old boy, and this case was cured only on the basis of observation. No symptom, nothing. I didn't take any symptom. Just observe the patient. He has a constipation, and ultrasound show that there is a collections of stool into the transverse colon, large intestine. And what are the qualities of that patient? Quality is that one day he was eating the stuff, eating the fruits, and suddenly he has a stomachache. Stomachache, he goes, throw out everything, come back and start eating again. This is the case. And I prescribed the remedy. After that, till almost 2 years gone, nothing abnormal I have seen in that case. I prescribe Ferrum metallicum, and this is the unique, characteristic symptom, peculiar symptom of that boy. And after that, when the ultrasound has done, there was nothing there. No stool in collection into the intestine. Everything was cleared. Accurately. A physician who is accurately watching, accurately observing the patient, he definitely get the internal disease, the internal morbid alteration in the form of sign and symptoms. You cannot see anything. If you watch anything inside, you will not find anything. These all things comes in the form of sign and symptoms. Fourth qualification. Carefully observing and investigating physician. Aphorism number 16. Last 3 lines. So that it is only by their dynamic action on the vital force that remedies are able to re-establish and do actually restable health and vital harmony after the change in the health of the patient, cognizable by our senses, the totality of symptom, having revealed the disease to the carefully observing and investigating physician as fully as was requested in order to enable him to cure it. The physician should be unprejudiced, should be intelligent, accurately observing, and carefully observing and investigating physician. Carefully. Aphorism number 16. Number 5, quality. Number 5 quality, he is attentively observing and investigating physician. Aphorism number 234. Those apparently non-febrile, typical, periodically reoccurring morbid state just allude to and observe in one single patient at a time. They do not usually, apparently, sporadically, or epidemically always belong to the chronic disease, mostly to those that are purely soric, are but seldom complicated with syphilis, and are successfully treated by the same means. Yet, it is sometimes necessary to employ as an intermediate remedy a small dose of potentized solution of cinchona bar in order to extinguishing completely their intermittent type. It means he should attentively observe and investigating physician. He should know that non-febrile, typical, periodical reoccurrence morbid. If something is coming back, you treat before the symptoms are coming back again and again, then you have to attentively observing and investigating the case. That means the physician should attentively observing and investigating. Sixth quality, observe the disease manifestation, that is morbid sign and symptom, aphorism number 14, and function of those part of the organism exposed to his senses, aphorism number 11. What Hahnemann said in aphorism number 11, last 4 lines. Its morbid derangement only makes itself known by the manifestations of disease in the sensation and function of those part of the organism exposed to the sense of observer and physician. That is the morbid symptoms, and in no other way can it make itself known. Because these are the signs and symptoms, the physician should observe and he can watch all these morbid signs and symptoms. Then observe the state of disposition of the patient, aphorism number 211. What he said in 211 aphorism. This hold good to such an extent that the state of disposition of the patient often chiefly determine the selection of the homeopathic remedy, as being decidedly characteristic symptom which can least of all remain concealed from the accurately observing physician. Accurately observing physician. Aphorism number 211. And what he observed the state of disposition of the patient. Then observe the increase or decrease the symptoms. This is aphorism number 254. What he said in 254. 254 says, the other new and increasing symptoms, or on contrary, the diminution of the original one without any addition of new one, will soon dispel all doubt that the mind of the attentively observing and investigating physician attentively observing and investigating physician with regard to the aggravation and amelioration. Attentively observing, who observe the patient and what kind of things increase the problem and what kind of thing ameliorate the patient. This is the duty of physician. Though there are among patients persons who are either incapable of giving an account of this amelioration and aggravation or are unwilling to confess it. Aphorism number 254. And next quality is attention in observing. Aphorism number 83. What Hahnemann said in 83. The individualizing examination of a case of disease, for which I shall only give in this place general direction, of which the practitioner will bear in mind only what is applicable for each individual case, demanding of the physician nothing but freedom from prejudice. He cannot take experience of the last case. If you prescribe aconite in last fever case and you got the one more case of fever, and if you are without taking the case of that person and you are giving just only aphorism in this case, this is called prejudice. You should take the case. And Hahnemann warned the physician. He said the person should be free from prejudice and having a sound senses. Attention in observing and fidelity in tracing the picture of the disease. You have to take the whole case. How? When you are free from prejudice, you have a sound senses, attention in observing the case and tracing the whole picture of the case. How, when, what kind of characteristic in this case? What are the concomitant symptoms? What are the modalities of the case? What are the time period? When the conditions start, when this goes down? These are few things we have to observe in the case. And one more thing which Dr. Hahnemann, he said in his preface, first preface, and he says in the last paragraph, he says, I must warn the readers that are indolent, who are not able to do hard work, love of ease, they want everything easy, and obstinacy preclude effective service in the altar of truth. And only freedom from prejudice and untiring zeal, quality of the most scared of all human occupations. So these are the precaution, warning from Hahnemann. So these are few qualities. Next, having a sound senses, aphorism number 3. Sound senses, even aphorism number 83. Sound senses. If we see aphorism number 3. So he know the obstacle of recovery in each case and aware how to remove it. Aphorism number 83. Sound senses. Next, he should be laborious. Having a sound senses, perseverance and penetrations. Aphorism number 216. What he said. The cases are not rare in which are so-called corporeal diseases that threaten to be fatal. A suppurations of the lungs, the deteriorations of some of other important viscous and other diseases of acute character in childbed become transformed into insanity, into the melancholia, into the mania by rapid increase of psychical symptoms that were previously present, whereupon the corporeal symptoms lose all their danger. These latter improve almost to the perfect health, or rather they decrease to such a degree that their obscure presence can only be detected by the observation of the physician. Observation of the physician gifted with perseverance and penetration. Perseverance and penetration, who just understand, who has the knowledge to from head to foot how, if the patient react, what is the qualitative symptoms. What are the qualitative symptoms? What are peculiar symptoms? How these symptoms are shock you. This has not happened. This is not able to happen. I give you one small example. One of my teacher, he explained this case. He has a patient having a heart trouble, and he said he has a palpitation. And palpitation, he is not able to walk. And my teacher says, how you work then? You stay at home? No. He said, I will go to work. And because he was the contractor, and he says, whenever I move upstairs and downstairs, I don't have any problem. But when I walk on level ground, this palpitation started. And you believe that, is it happened? Because mostly a person having a heart trouble, having a maximum problem when he go upstairs or downstairs. But this patient, when he move on the flat surface, he has a problem. Ranunculus bulbosus was the remedy. And this rubric is present in BBCR. Aggravation. Nobody believes. This is very characteristic, very unique, peculiar symptom of the patient. Aggravation on walking on the surface level, and he doesn't have any problem on upstairs and downstairs. And mostly cases, this is opposite condition present. Person having a heart trouble, having problem in downstairs and upstairs, and doesn't have any problem in flat surface. Who? Observation of the physician gifted with perseverance and penetration. What is perseverance? When you are not accepting the loss. When you go more inside and find out what are the exact reason, what are the qualitative symptoms. What are the qualitative symptoms there? Then he should be laborious. He should do lots of hard work. He should compare, he should update himself with the books. He should learn this thing. He should discuss our problems with the others. So he should be laborious. Aphorism number 149, footnote. But this footnote is one of the most important footnote in today's society, because 80% of physicians doing the same thing. I will read for you guys. The laborious, sometimes very laborious, search for and select of homeopathic remedy most suitable in every respect to each morbid state. This is not an easy task. First, labor is to tracing the disease. Second, to select the qualitative symptoms. Then select the remedy. This is half portion. And when you go through all these things, then you have to find out the exact remedy for it. This is laborious, sometimes very laborious search for the selection of homeopathic remedy for suitable in every respect to each morbid state in an operation with, notwithstanding all the admirable books for facilitating it, still demands the study of original sources themselves. Original sources. And at the same time, a great amount of some circumspections and serious deliberations, which have their best reward in the consciousness of having faithful discharge our duty. Then, how could this laborious, care-demanding task, by which alone the best way of curing disease is rendered possible, please the gentlemen of the new mongrel sect? 80% of doctors come under this new mongrels act, because there are lots of formulas, combinations. Even the best, the physician who attend lots of seminars, they claim big cure, and they are selling these formulas, who assume the honorable name of homeopathist. They call themselves homeopath, but they are not homeopath. Even seem to employ medicine in form and appearance homeopathic, but determined upon by them anyhow, and who, when the suitable remedy does not immediately give relief, in place of laying the blame on the unpardonable ignorance and laxity in performing the most important and serious of all human affairs, ascribe it to homeopathy, which they accuse to great imperfections. For example, lots of people explaining the medicine with the disease condition. Aconite for typhoid, aconite for malaria, or China for malaria, or if having any trouble, they explain this remedy for that disease, this remedy for that disease, this disease, that disease. Hahnemann was allopath. If he feels that the disease condition or the remedies are suitable to each other, he can explain and he can describe the remedy in disease condition. But he did not. He prefers the symptoms. He prefers what the picture of the patient. peculiarity of the patient. And mostly who explaining that having a tumor, you can take conium. If you have a gastric trouble, you have to take nux vomica. If you are taking this or that remedies, medicines, allopathic medicine, take nux vomica. No. We have to observe the patient. We have to understand the qualitative symptom of the patient. We have to understand how patient react. And if the patient coming from other system and he take lots of allopathic remedies or different remedies or mixture of medicines, you avoid to prescribe remedy at the first sight. This is what Hahnemann said. Don't prescribe immediately. Wait. And slowly stop the allopathic remedy so the pure symptoms come out. The pure picture you can judge. Next is having fidelity in tracing the picture of the disease. Should have freedom from indolence, love of ease and obstinacy. Preface of first edition. Should have untiring zeal. Preface of first edition. Should have knowledge of the individual case of disease. Aphorism number 3. If we clearly perceive what is curative in medicines, that is to say every individual medicine, and if he know how to adapt according to the clearly defined principle, what is curable in medicine, and what has discovered to be undoubtedly morbid into the patient so that he can recovery must ensure. Aphorism number 3. And that is the suffering of or totality of the symptom of each patient. Aphorism number 70. So the everything of a really morbid character, which ought to be cured, that physician can discover in disease, consists solely of the suffering of the patient and sensible alteration in his health. In the word solely, of the totality of the symptom by mean of which the disease demand of the medicines requested for its relief. Totality of the symptoms. The suffering or the totality of each patient. Every patient. Then, knowledge of medicinal power. He should know. Reference number 3. Drug proving 105 to 145. Then, adapt the most appropriate medicine according to its mode of action to the case before him. And to aphorism number 3, as well in respect to the suitability of the medicine, most appropriate according to its mode of action to the case before him, choice of remedy and medicine indicated, as also in respect to the exact mode of preparation and quality of a required. Then know the preparation of the medicine. Aphorism number 3, aphorism number 271. In this way, the physician will assure the intrinsic superiority quality of these divine curative implements. Know when to repeat the medicine, aphorism number 3, and to reduce the period of treatment, aphorism number 246. know obstacle to recovery of each case and be aware of how to remove them so that the restoration of health may be permanent. That is aphorism number 3. And finally, he know the obstacle of the recovery in each case and he aware how to remove them so that the restoration may be permanent. Then he understand how to treat judicially and rationally, that he is a true practitioner of healing art. And the last one, know the thing that maintain the disease. Know the things which maintain the disease. Aphorism number 7, exciting cause, maintaining cause, and disturb the endanger the health and how to remove it. Aphorism number 4, he like preserver of health and he know the things that derange health and cause diseases. So this is the quality of physician. Tomorrow we will discuss what are the quality of homeopathic physician. So this is the physician. It doesn't matter he is a allopath, homeopath, Ayurvedic, Unani, anybody. But these observations, these qualities should be present in one physician. Tomorrow we will discuss what are the quality of homeopathic physician, so we can understand more deeply about the physician. Hope so you enjoy it, and if you have any question you have, please let me know so we can discuss it. Thank you so much.